Hello? Look what my baby's got for me. He brought me a present. Thank you. I'm trying to test if... I don't know if it's got any feedback on my mic picking it up. Yo? Yo? Yo, free. Yeah. Do you want a berry? Do you want a berry, free? Oh, chomp, chomp, chomp. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Uh-huh. He's very cute. Yes, you are. Oh. Oh, right. One. Oh, I keep forgetting it's just one Joy-Con for this. So we are trying to get Porygon. I've already phased for this, as you can see by what I'm running on. What I might do very quickly is switch over on here. Switch capture. There's... Can you guys know? Oh jeez, okay, that is... Forgot that one doesn't work, that one doesn't work, that one doesn't work. And that one doesn't work either. I don't know why that happens. Okay, you can hear it like this. Alright, let's go. I might switch to playing music, since we are just running back and forth. Oh. Don't think that's anything. No, it's not. Hello, Porygon. You're not what I want. If you're not shiny, don't bother me. I'm not bothering to count how many of these I do. I'm like, it's either a difference in the video quality on my screen, or I've missed a lot of shiny Abra. I think it's just the quality, because there's a different effect for the shinies. Nothing up here. Sorry, Ruki, I didn't mean to talk to you. This is basically what I've been doing all day instead of doing my job. So... Down pops. It's orange. I'm not always checking the sky encounters, but I will occasionally. Just in case. If I don't know, I don't know, I failed it. No, no, no. I'm also so not used to playing a game with one Joy-Con anymore. It feels like so long since I last played this game that I'm just not used to it. Can you guys get out my way? Wait. I just don't usually shiny hunt in this game, but I can't be bothered doing the casino for Porygon. And I haven't actually looked into what other ways you can get Porygon besides doing the slots. And doing this. This is also a reminder to do your dailies. Yep. Oops. Yeah, I caught the shiny Arcanine earlier today. I caught it while I was watching Worm stream. Also, welcome Pineapple, how are you? I'll say hi to Solomon for you. Have you ever forgotten? Oh god, what all have I had? My first shiny was a Porygon, which I evolved into Mightyena. No. I've got a... I'm trying to think. I'm not going to be able to do them in order. There's no way I can do it. I got a shiny Litwick, which was my first search shiny. My first hunted shiny. I got a shiny Porygon, shiny Baby, which I think I evolved into Floette. I had a shiny I got a shiny Trevenant. I got a shiny Beartic. What other shinies have I had? I've had shiny Chansey, I've had shiny Charizard. I had quite a few ones. I got a shiny Staryu in this one. Hold on, I'll be able to show my Pokedex and what shinies I got. I got a shiny Haunter. Check data. Oh no, I didn't get a shiny U. I've got a shiny Zubat, which took me forever, and my shiny, no, Poipole also took forever. Oh, I had a shiny Kadabra. What else have I had? Oh no, I've had a few. They shine. And I had shiny Chansey, I know that. Yeah, I have a shiny... oh, how have I forgotten its name? What's Laser's name? Ah! This is not like me. I'm usually good. Lunala. No. Lurantis. Lurantis, that's it. Oh, I have a shiny Sogaleo. Litwick. Listen, Litwick is a good shiny, as is Absol. Well, Absol's kind of gooey. Oh, and I have a Mimikyu, thank you. Just opens the whatchamacallit storage app they have to start looking at my shinies. For the ghost station? Yes, of course I know this. Yes, I know I would love to log into my account. Can you give me the option to do that? Oh, I should go for Shiny Trubbish. Shiny Trubbish is cute. Nice. I don't know how to relog into this. I don't know. See, the thing about Shiny Espeon is in some of the games it looks decent, and in others it just doesn't. The shade of green just doesn't work. I'm not going to be able to get into Pokemon Home at the minute. Oh, because I changed my password. Wait a minute. I could see what I have in Sword. I want to get a shiny Alolan Raichu. I was going for that in this, but then I was like, I don't like the method of hunting it in this game. I'd rather just hunt it in Sun and Moon. Because in this game, it's basically just soft resets. Which, I mean, like, soft resets are usually fine, but... Oh, I should stop and pet free. No phone. Who said time to make pineapple slowly hated Raichu go away? Yeah, they did. They did. You should have never hated Raichu. Raichu is good baby. Remember something. I'm glad you're in a better mood now, Free. You were in a bad mood earlier. You were. You were. You've been in a bad mood with me all day until I put you on stream. Then suddenly you want to play. Yeah. Random intervals of stream to stop and pet Pikachu. You see Raichu because that one episode. Oh, the Lieutenant Surge episode. No! It's not Raichu's fault. Poor Raichu. Well, maybe at 5 you shouldn't have been wrong. No, it's okay. Pokemon has caused a lot of questionable decisions. Yeah, what can we do? Pineapple just had one scout was recognized baby. No, Hunter was one of my favourites as a baby, so that's why I had to get the shiny of it. Oh. Oh. Cute baby Pineapple. Cute little Pikachu. I mean, that's every 5-year-old ever. They're all like that. Thank you, Claire. This is not a very Pokemon intensive stream.
This is just talking. There's just happens to be Pokemon on in the background, while I look for one that is a slightly different colour from the rest. And if I manage, you might be allowed to see Ace Attorney. Claire, where did you get that impression? Yep, look at you now. Furry in training, loving Pikachu. There's another shiny Growlithe. I wasn't expecting a second double phase on Growlithe, I guess. Imagine you can see my model dab. Imagine. Nope, wrong control. Yeah, Pineapple love Pokemon. Add to party. Let's take a wee look at you. So I feel like that one's got 4 IVs, which is a wee bit better than Solomon. And by a wee bit, I mean a lot. I feel like they're both naughty. I also need to clear out some of these. Oh, quickly make sure that I don't accidentally send you away, little puppy. Oh, no, not you. Release the puppies back into the wild. So let's take a look. Check summary. Oh, Impish, okay. Yeah, me too. Speed and defense are best. Then attack up, special defense down, special attack down. Oof, that's pretty bad. That doesn't count for us playing Ace Attorney, because it's still in my catch combo. I haven't broken my combo yet. But damn, that was pretty early in the stream to get. What game? Ace Attorney? Oh no, no! Oh, I'm so sorry, Pineapple. God. I'd be annoyed too. I get annoyed enough that my pre-orders never arrive on launch day. So, yeah, you could literally go to the Nintendo store and pick it up, but you won't get as good a deal on it's the thing. Like, that's the thing about me getting it in the Nintendo store, was I did suffer for, monetarily. Because I'm usually really bad for just shopping around for the best deal. Also, damn, I can't believe I got a second shiny Growlithe today. Oh, how are you enjoying Skyward Sword? Is it a replay for you? I can't remember if I asked. Oh, it's just you two. Hold on. There's someone back out. See our brothers. I need to think of a name for the second one because I usually just name my Arcanine Solomon. But now there's two of them. They can't both be. If anyone says it in chat before I type this, you get a gold star. Wait. Oh my god, so I was saying Evan. God, I had this special edition remote to Solomon and Duomon. You get? I am funny. That may be true. I'm trying to get a shiny Porygon. That was the aim of this stream. I'll say that you shouldn't really chain Growlithe to get shiny Porygon, but I was like, well, I'd like a shiny Growlithe. And now I have two, so that's that scratch itched. Same, I've wanted one for ages, because it's so nice and purple. I'd like to evolve it into Porygon Z. Yeah, it looks like berry flavour. I'm trying to remember if there was like a way you could search for it in Auras, or what game I was searching for it in before Let's Go came out. Like, I never did a serious hunt, but I kept considering it. I mean, I was like, I had a plan in place, but I've completely forgotten it. I know my copy of Auras died, so. Okay, Diamond Pearl. I am not getting the remakes. Personally, I don't. Currently, from what they've shown, I don't feel there's a significant change from the original games, and I can still transfer Pokemon up from the original games, so I don't feel there's any need for me to pick them up. And I played Diamond and Pearl like a million times as a kid, so it's not like there's any significant new content for me. If they did a Platinum remake, I would pick that up, because I never had got Platinum as a kid, because it came out in that period of my life where I was like, oh, I'm too old for Pokemon now. I don't need to buy Platinum, and then it ended up being like the most expensive copy to try and play afterwards. But I still have like 2 copies of Diamond and 1 copy of Pearl. Yeah, that phase lasted literally for the time Platinum. Because I then got so silver. And then it hit again, and I put off getting Pokemon Black, and then I ended up just getting it anyway. Off time Platinum came, that would be what? I'd have been like 9 or 10. Yeah, you know, the point as a child where you start to think, I'm too old for Pokemon, and it lasts all of 6 months. While you're still playing the old Pokemon games. And still buying the figures. And like regularly interacting with Pokemon. You know, just that brief phase in life where I thought maybe I'll try being cool. Plushies. Hey, that was me, age 0 through 9, and then 10 through eternity. Yeah, me at 23 begging for Pokemon plushies. Literally got Masquerain and mine on this year. Yeah, that was basically it. It was like, I'm scared of being bullied for liking Pokemon, so I'll simply try not to like Pokemon when I clearly still like Pokemon. Yeah, then after a while I was like, no, Pokemon's so cool actually, never mind. Oh yeah, that's me and all my friends' streams now. Rip to my joy friend who has to put up with me in the middle of a date doing and Flareon is on the fire type move that doesn't learn. Literally, Worm was streaming Let's Go Eevee earlier, and I was like, here's all the information about the Let's Go games, and how to train, and how to get free Pokeballs, and all that stuff, and how to get outfits for your Pikachu. Oh, moods. It's like, I understand EVs and IVs, but I don't interact with them. I don't actually care. And yeah, it's basically, I like the ones that are cute. I will win with the Pokemon I like best. The perfect Pokemon for this team. I will breed for shinies. Because they are cute. I got another Pokeball. It's my friend. I'm going to take it to the Pokemon League because it's my best friend. It'd be like that. I mean, that's me taking Floette. Okay, yes, I love that Pumpkaboo. I do wish the size difference was a bit more noticeable. Because I feel it can be a bit difficult to judge what size Pumpkaboo it is. Be having a little variety of Pumpkaboos. I also want to get a shiny Ditto for no reason other than having a shiny Ditto. I wonder if you can repel trick for shiny Ditto. I've been trying to find out like what decent repel tricks you can do in these games for just to try and get some full odd shinies. But I'm like, I don't know what Pokemon I want to aim for with those. My first play for Pokemon Gold, I had like a level 100 Typhlosion and a level 3 Pidgey. I don't remember Pokemon I had the Pidgey because I forgot to switch out when I flew there. And then Pidgey helped me win with Quick Attack. I leveled up to like 20 years. Oh my god, that's so good. The first game I got to the Elite Four in was Emerald, and I can say I had a level 100 Sceptile. I can't remember the rest of my team. I assume I had the Rayquaza on my team. I knew. No, sure, Kadabra. Kadabra's good. I say never having been able to trade going to evolve them as a kid. Even though I like had friends who played Pokemon. It's like not having link cables and stuff like that. So what's everyone else been up to? I have been exceptionally lazy today and just played a lot of Pokemon and not done any work. Rip to my boss. I was hated when I would get my Pokemon back after a trade efflush. I would say the original was my brother instead of me, like first got Gengar and Diamond. What? But that shouldn't happen. That's not true. Your brother was scamming you. I think your brother was sending you his Pokemon and keeping yours. I'm so sorry you had to find out this way. Okay, I'm going back in. I'm so sorry, Pineapple. The point of original trainer is it's the original trainer, so that the Pokemon knows who to obey. I mean, you can always still hold it against him. I should stop Pet Free at some point in this. Free time. Yeah, he's in a bad mood again. You're no longer trying to show off for your audience? Angry boy. Angry boy. He's an angry boy. With the sand Pet Free. It's just as with every Pokemon. X and Y? Sun and Moon? Oh, dress them up. Black and White? Diamond and Pearl? Arguably still Black and White and Diamond and Pearl? Not allowed to bully Pineapple. Hey, guards, can I have my dog in here? Damn, fear gum. Okay, yeah. Same TVH. Oh, come on, why will you never give us the games we actually want? No, I'm Porygon. I don't care about battle, I just want to hang out Pokemon. I mean, I'll accept if I get to pet and hang out with Pokemon for a bit. I don't mind battling. That's how I do a load of Nuzlockes. Yeah. I don't know, I didn't pick up Snap though, and I wonder if I should. But I'm kind of worried the novelty would wear off too much for the price tag. Or too quick for the price tag. Oh! Did they? It must have been recently because I hadn't heard about it. Oh, they were saying they were going to keep adding to Snap, or I heard that rumour. Maybe that would make it worth. Because I am quite happy to interact with some Pokémon and take some nice pictures of them. It feels... Yeah. Yeah, it's like, first off, just got Greatest Attorney, so we need to play that. And also, I want to play the new World Ends With You as soon as I can, but I can't afford it at the minute. Well, it's Dragon Knight. And also, like, you know what games I'm playing, so I need to play them as well. I've also bought Murder by Numbers recently, so I need to play that. Switch one version. Have you played it? Did you enjoy? I still haven't played it. I bought the DS copy before they started doing remakes of it, back when... probably a little after Dream Drop Distance came out, because I'd been hearing about The World Ends With You before playing that game, and then I played that game. I was like, I need to know why this man is flying. So I managed to get a reasonably priced copy of The World Ends With You. Like, it was still expensive then, but it was like £27 or something like that. Yeah, Kingdom's Hearts, which I barely paid, told me to play it. Maybe I would find out exactly how much I paid for it. Watch it be like 50 quid, and I erased that memory gladly. That's strange. I mean, it does have men in it. And women. So I think Pineapple was like... For some reason Firefox is not working. I'm hoping that's not an internet problem. Look, I'll call you out all I want. I am free to do so. There we go. Aye. Firefox, it just froze. World Ends With You, bought in 2012. Oh, I paid £18.78 for it. God. I got it in 2012, or I got it just after Christmas in 2012. Cyberbullying on cyber stream. I also cyberbully my friends on their streams, so no one is ever free. I am unfortunately a terrible person who can't help cyberbullying their friends. Okay, sorry, that's what I was going to say. I think you'll enjoy The World Ends With You. I don't know how much. I don't know if they simplified the gameplay at all for Switch, because I'm going to tell you, on DS it was a slight nightmare. Because the thing was, you needed to be able to control two characters for fighting on two completely different fighting systems. Like, one's kind of a normal fighting system, and then you also need to be, well, it depended on the character whether you like matching things or what. And like, there was only one of the partners I was good with because their system fighting was playing higher or lower. And I was like, I can do that. I can do that very quickly without breaking concentration from the actual fighting. Like I said, I haven't looked into the other version. I feel like as long as you get the story, you'll have a good time. But the fights in that game can be quite hard. But I mean, I completed it, and I'm not good at video games, so... I think it was one of the first games I like genuinely completed that wasn't a Pokémon game. And wasn't, you know, a visual novel that I should not have been playing. Oh, Pineapple, I bought Zero Escape a while back, and I've been thinking of when we get a clear spot on the channel, I might play some Zero Escape, because I played like the demo of Virtue's Last Reward on DS, and that's all I've played of it. And I enjoyed that. And then it sat under games I should play forever. But I had so many games. I haven't. I've played none of them. I've got all of them. I've played none of them. I've got them all on PC, so I can play them all on stream. I'm also shocked by how learning how short that game is. I think 999 is the first one. Yeah. Also, such a short game with less pressure for the stream. And me playing long games all the time. But I did read the whole game on a farm board. Oh, I have been sitting, just while I've been working, I've been sitting watching someone, well, I've been watching ProZDNJ play through Danganronpa. And it's like, I only remember this game through the Something Awful translations back in the day. So I'm just going through looking at all the differences in translation. It's weird not having super high school levels. I've never adapted. in my head, they will always be super high school level. Hey, welcome in, Valcha. How are you? Yeah, we're all terrible something awful children for Danganronpa. It's been good. We've managed to get 2 shinies today. Quick show them off. We have Solomon and Jolmon. Because when I was working in the library, I was not allowed to watch videos, so I was just read through them like that. Oh god. Back in one, well no, it wasn't. It was like the first place I went for work experience, and then I went back a couple years after as a volunteer. But I would just sit and read through the Zeta forms for Pokemon Nuzlocke. I mean, I also did my job, and I was very good at my job. But being very good at my job, I was able to... I am kind of tempted because I stopped reading on Something Awful at some point during... Oh no, Super Danganronpa 2. And I'm kind of curious to go back and read through that translation specifically. It was just kind of that thing where the paywall was so frequent that it was impossible to read it. I'm trying that time. Got it. Yeah, I always get confused between the third game and the Spear Girls, but I never... I mean, I think there was kind of a gap before V3 came out, wasn't there? And by the time it did, they were starting to get like the actual official translations going. God, yeah, the anime. Wasn't that a disappointment? I watched like a bit of the anime and I was like, this isn't as good. I will be that person. I will admit that the anime just wasn't as good. I am sorry for my latest ways. But it just comes with trying to cut down a lot of content into a small space. I don't think I finished watching it. Watched the episode. I watched chapter 2. The coverage for chapter 2, and then I was like, this isn't holding up. And also the pacing of that anime is lightning fast, so I felt like chapter 2 was probably like episode 3 or 4. It is something. But yeah, like you say, because there was no coverage of V3 on Something Awful, I'm like, I only know it through the small bits of osmosis of having friends who like Danganronpa. In the first game or all the games? Because I don't know how to tell you, the correct answer is Sakura. And if it's not, I have no idea, but also you're just wrong. Oh, yay. They deserve that love. I'm kind of sad that this game, Pikachu doesn't shock you. Poke, 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 poke. Okay, yo. And yes, please care Chihiro. Good. Chihiro does deserve. Chihiro's so good. I'm saying get my fave stomach. Sure. Tanaka-san was played by Kamen Rider Decade in the Stage Show, and Sonya was played by his then wife. No longer his wife, but. There's sure fun way I can tie this into Kamen Rider. Oh, Malchior, thank you for the follow. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. Oops. That's what I thought. Give me a wee second, hun. Give me a wee second, guys, okay? And also do me a wee favour in the meantime, do not click that person. There we go, and that's that kind person removed. Yes, people are kindly misusing Twitch to dox people. So we just block them and get rid of them. Yeah, that's a problem. Extension on the chat. See if there's some stuff going on out there. There we go. Scan. Yeah, it's unfortunate. But as long as you know, just be careful. I don't visit people's profiles on Twitch unless they're like, you know, trustworthy people that I know. But I think that's fair in general, just, you know, don't. There's no reason to visit random people's channel pages, I feel, so. I'm perfectly capable of blocking them without, so. I just saw that name. I was like, I'm pretty certain Woody mentioned them in their announcements. So. Anyway, back to Danganronpa. Are very important things. Pineapple has weakness for the Chunies. Unfortunate thing is, my weakness is entirely for the Tumblr faves. I'm predictable. I am the Tumblr boy. Who sees the pretty boy and is easy to win over. True, yeah, little hamsters. I love his little hamsters. I wonder how. I guess they just didn't in the stage show. I know, I love him. Yeah, exactly. I love him. Call me out on having bad taste, but consider. Cute gay boy. My friend's also like a big Oma fan. Well, a couple of my friends are big Oma fans. So, by osmosis. Who's his voice? Oh god. Oh wait, oh yeah. Uh-huh. Of course. Sorry. Had temporary idiot brain that forgets Megumi Ogata. I see. I see. Pineapple has their own reasons. And its called husband. You pounced on me. Oops. I'm listening. I'm listening. Come on. Me? So you accuse me of cyberbullying? That thing I am known to do? Very frequently, in fact all the time. Oh, do you want me to help myself like that? Do you want, I mean, Of course, I have the standard husbando. I love N, but do you want me to out my like 6-year-old self? Do you want to know my 6-year-old crimes? Do you want to know who my first Pokemon husbando was? It was Maxie. Okay? You know what? Ruby Sapphire Emerald version? Still Maxie. No, I'm not actually that ashamed of that. I was a very gay child. I would happily let that man destroy the whole region. Because he was nice to me. Rip to Tabitha, I'm second in command now. Well, rats. No, normal Growlithe. Sorry, I'm just checking something, then I can talk in. Cynthia, yeah. Of course, everyone loves Cynthia. Wallace is wifeable, and yep, enemy one. Listen, my mom's first Pokemon game was Let's Go, and then she decided she was going to play Sword when we got it. And if you think Leon's bad at directions, Morty, yes, yes, good taste pineapple. Oh, good taste in husbandos. I'll generally see if there's anyone important. Koga. No, that's not your type. Honestly? Oh, so not your type. God, let me think. Up to the other gym leaders, they just don't have... They don't have what the later gym leaders got. No, no surprise with Nessa yet. Hope you, Byron. Not every man can be a wife, okay? No, definitely not. Go away. Terrible animal. Hold on. No, it's just normal. It's fine. What have I flown into? Come on. System. Who's the most bastard on King? Also, beads. Yes, I do love beads. He is, but we love him. Also, I would not bully Rascate if it wasn't for the fact I have a chain. Though if I break that chain, you get to be free of Pokemon time, so... I know you are. I know. Just so I know you wouldn't hear it because you guys aren't hearing like double of the music, are you? Okay, good. I've got the music actually playing from my TV instead of just my headset. So I wasn't sure if it was picking up, if my mic was picking up the sound from the TV. Right, good then. I've been having a moment recently where I want to like reread some of the manga I liked as a kid, or like as a young teen, and I'm like, some of it's like, I have very love-hate relationships with it. I don't know if I'll ever be emotionally ready, but also I miss these characters. I miss my faves so much. Hold on, give me 1 wee second. We just need to just a quick thing on the server. Yes, I know streamer mode. Turn off streamer mode for 1 wee second so I can do some work. Cool. Okay. Restate streamer mode. There we go. Just save that. Oh, did not mean. Go away. Not really a lot of my longer ones are younger. So inappropriate. Oh god. Like Bradford collection series. Oh god. I mean, understandable. One of the series I think of was my mom had like an understanding that there was some manga that was appropriate for me because I was like, 10. I was like, this was 10 to 13, that kind of age range. So like stuff rated kids and teen, I was allowed, but I wasn't allowed older teen. And yeah, one of the series I'm thinking of rereading is one that she picked out. It's like I did really enjoy a lot of it, but also some of it was... It's not well wrote. Like, the writing is very bad, but it holds a special place in my heart. Such bells. Angelic. Oh, the fact Black Butler managed to get in there. Me and my friend have just been like idly mentioning Black Butler the past couple of days, particularly in reference to season 2 of the anime. Also, because I had to remember this, I have to pull this up. Anyone who says Alois, no, not okay, and not okay. It will always be Alois. It will never be Alois. I'm not having it. I don't care that I'm wrong. I still need to read Angelic Layer though. That's one of the ones I need to read. And also, like, you know, Chobits, Cardcaptor Sakura. Oh yeah, I loved it when I was a mid-teen. When I was in high school. I mean, my problem at the minute, Pineapple, is that I'm reading Air Gear. And have been reading Air Gear for months. And I need to just like power through it. And finally be free. My princess. God. Do I have any Black Butler merch? I know I bought my friend. I used to have the box sets, but I sold them when we moved house. But I did get my friend the live action DVD. God. I used to have an Evangelion purse. Well, Evangelion wallet even. But sadly it kind of eventually fell apart, and also there wasn't like a lot of card slots in it. Or I don't think there was a coin section. What's this fashion girl sale? Oh, oh. I'm not surprised to hear that. Yeah. She seems like your kind of character. Got my friend linked me a video which apparently was someone having to explain that Grell is trans. I'm like, did you watch the show? Do you have reading comprehension? Then you know. She didn't make it difficult to understand. Many times. Like, I was shocked anyone needed this video because I thought that was like universally understood. But then I remember some people you really got to spell things out for. And by spell things out I mean hold them down saying 3 syllables or less. Oh no surprise. Wow, I didn't think that was the kind of play by that. I've never seen like anything after season 2 though. And I didn't keep up with the manga after that point either. I don't know how far I got in the manga. Which Book of Circus came up? Yeah, Book of Circus was like actually quite a while after I fell out of interest with Black Butler. I never hear anyone talk about it. Then again, I never hear anyone talk about Black Butler. Black Butler is not trendy anymore. That will say the least. God. Me going to uni this year. Like, time to get everyone into anime? Good, okay. So my mind. Ah, sure. I don't. Oh, listen. Re doesn't. Okay, like two chapters of Re exist. The rest of the chapters of Re do not exist. But I love Tokyo Ghoul. Unironically. I never watched the anime, but I loved that manga so much. I'm also, what's his new series? Is it Chojin X? I'm reading. And you can tell he's enjoying writing it, I think. I feel, when I'm reading it, I feel like he's enjoying writing it. Watch the first season of Tokyo. There's no point to watching the second season of Tokyo Ghoul because for some reason that anime, what's the word? Adapted it out of order. And I don't know why you would do that. They adapted the show in like some random order. Like, what are you doing this for? Favorite character in Tokyo Ghoul. Scans brain for long-haired boys in Tokyo Ghoul. Is it Shu? It should be Shu. He speaks French, that's the most pineapple core. But that might be my bias for Shu, Uta, and Yomo. Oh, also the little girl. I can't remember her name. I can't remember her name. What was her name? Kinami. Yes. I'm pretty certain. I'm looking at a character right now. Who was your fave pineapple? Important character moments. Because the Juzo. Oh, of course. Of course, Juzo. Okay, yeah. No, I've completely forgot Juzo existed for a moment there. God damn, I'm sorry. I was like, Amon, Akira. Yep, that's all of them. That's all what's in the CCG. Juzo staring at me. Louis posing. No, the only valid part of Ri is Yomon Usa's fight, which I didn't find out about till like way after the manga ended because I did not care about what happened in Ri at all. And then I found out about that, I was like, why did you make one valid thing in this? Why did you give my shit fuel in this awful manga I don't want to read? So I just read those 2 chapters and walked away. Won't like him anymore. Look, I don't count Ri as canon except for that. Listen, it is literally, they do the whole fighting and then it's... Wow, how dare you? You are my Nakama. I can't remember how that fine goes. Nothing will ever change that. I just remember I was like... Yo, this stream will end and I'll like send you caps and you'll be like, that's nice. That's nice, Kahal. Thank you. Thank you for sharing with the class. George of Connecticut. Oh god, yeah. I am not surprised by anyone who might end up noping out there. So I was like, this is too much, my god. I hope be careful in my recommendations for you. Hey, no shame in that. But also, I like a lot of very brutal things, so I very genuine. I will be careful when recommending, because if you can't handle that, I'm not going to offer you it. Screaming, what was happening? I was like, yeah. Oh no. Listen, there's nothing bad in seeing your limits and knowing them. Knowing when to go. I know, is Tokyo Ghoul cringe now? Okay, worms. Alright. You may be stronger now. You just don't know. I'm debating if I should move Goro on the screen. Hey, can you two... do you two mind? friends feel like was like sucks. Yeah. Between the second season and then people are like, it sucks. Even though, like, I feel like, I mean, Ishizu very much wrote blatantly that he did not enjoy, like, writing it while he was writing it. But I feel bad that there is a dampener on what is a very good manga, that it has an awful sequel. And I guess the same side of the anime. Maybe I should reread Tokyo Ghoul. Throw myself back into hell and all my friends are like, oh god, not again. But one of those things is I'm kind of like, maybe I should start like watching anime seriously again. Seems. Oh yeah, okay, fair. Rip cell phones, you're wrong. Yeah, I guess that was kind of the start of the isekai prominence. I can't remember the word. But yes, I'm getting to that point now, I'm like, maybe I need to get back into anime. Maybe I need to continue watching Double Decker. Or maybe I can start watching anime people actually care about. Oh, a couple... How are you finding Tokyo Revengers? I know some people who are like really into Tokyo Revengers, and then other people who like are blanking it entirely. So I don't know if it's like a very, or if it's like a fairly niche show, and that niche is just very hype about it. Or if it's just the people I know just aren't picking up on that one, because they are all into baby shows for babies. No offense to them. I mean that. How much you know, but it's time travel. Oh, I didn't even know it was a time travel story. That's how much I know. When I say they're very into it, I mean I see a lot of art for it. And have no context to anything I'm seeing. Do you know another source somewhere? Still getting into... Yeah, still getting into it and seeing where it's going. I think that's one of the things is I say I should watch popular anime and then I'm like, I am a dirty little hipster who can't stand being near big fandoms. Like, watching Skate was pushing it for me, and I watched it as the English dub was finishing up. And I had to stop watching Overdress, even though it wasn't like a big fandom. I was like, there's too many fans here, I need to leave and come back. We have hipster disease. Cannot handle the big fandom. I must be cool and original. I must read Tokyo Ghoul in 2021. Oh yeah, your grandpa recommendations? Well, I wonder what your grandpa recommendation could be, Pineapple. I don't know why you got called Pineapple. I'm so sorry, Pineapple. But damn, what could it possibly be? What are you going to recommend to me? Does it start with a Y? Oh my god. I was close, come on. Give me. Funnily enough, in the Husbando Gacha, we keep getting Saint Seiya characters. Ah, alright. That would explain why I keep seeing these men. Who are these men? Why are they everywhere? Here's my... Nice going, okay. Don't act angry for attention. We're talking about Saint Seiya. Sorry for this list is getting very long. I think that comes with the name Shun. I think that's a qualifier for baby. Oh my god. Canonically baby. Diagnosed baby. Oh boy. Oh, how long is Saint Seiya? Like, is it as big a commitment as Gundam is? I wonder if I can finish Seiya Gundam this week. Or next week even. Oi oi Waki, welcome, how are you? Yeah. So yes, potentially as big a commitment as Gundam. Did I ask how you are, Obaki? How are you? I think I need to like familiarise myself with the bird trio cries. what you call it? Your friend's place, lending a hand of housework. Oh, nice, nice. Good job helping your friend. Oh, so that's not an epilogue. That's a sequel, not an epilogue. I think there's a length limit on epilogues. Not 145 episodes. That's way over. Ah, okay. Back in the day, when anime could just last forever and it was okay. Um. Okay, turn off this Joy-Con. It's been a while since we saw our shiny. It's not turning off. I mean, it was too long to turn. There you go. See. I mean, that is the reason I watched Toku, so. I wish there were other routes you could find Porygon on. I mean, that's also a reason I watched Toku. Right, because I will believe you. She must be. Pineapple nose. Pineapple leaf nose. Look at that. Look at that normal Arcanine. Oh, never mind, I accidentally went into her. I'm never getting to show off the comparison. Oh god. That's always a thing when you're trying to recommend old anime. So it's great, it does hate women. So much. Or, you know, modern Toku. But sometimes we love things for other reason. And we put up with the other parts. I mean, I feel like option 2 is the valid one. Listen, I can't promise I'll get to it soon, because Gundam hell, Air Gear hell, I live in hell. But I know you will remind me regularly, so that when this time comes that I will watch it. Yeah, you've got to decide what series of Gundam you want to watch, or what timeline, universe. I don't know how the fandom categorises them. I'm watching Universal Century, which is like the original, and then all the stuff in the original timeline. But also I'm like, maybe I'll just, once I'm finished Zeta Gundam, I'll just, you know, watch Gundam Wing. Since that's everyone's favourite. The amount of friends I have who started off in fandom with Gundam Wing print fanfics. Pretty. You are exactly like my friend. My friend just finished watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Brains. If I should watch Digimon? Yes! Yes, you should. You should watch Digimon. You should listen to me. I love Digimon. You should watch Hapmon. A new Digimon series just got announced, and people are already complaining. Because Digimon fans can have a bit, when the Digimon anime fans can have a bit of a Gen 1er syndrome in regards to adventures. But I highly recommend Atmon. I think it was a really solid series. And also, the Atmon are cute. And people working on it had more of an idea of what a video game is than the people working on X8 did. Also, like, you can't trust me because I'm like, yeah, you can watch them dubbed. You can just watch the series dubbed, it doesn't matter. You'll have fun. And also, I don't know the characters' names not dubbed, so... The comedy aspect. Exactly, Listen, I think the comedy in the dub is A+. At least the Saban dubs are like A+ comedy. I don't think Data Squad was a Saban dub, because it's not as funny, but... Data Squad's just a kind of mid. No offense to Data Squad, it's kind of mid. Like, there were parts I enjoyed in Data Squad. Particularly the decision to change Crusadermon to Low Knightmon. Sadly, Appmon didn't get dubbed, but it's good enough. It's good enough in Japanese. Show some of the Digimon. Oh, you will. Devimon, possibly Angiwamon, or is it Lady Devimon? Lady Devimon. God damn, that was stupid of me. Hold on, let me see if I can find the pic. Lady Devimon. Angiwamon. Sending fine up important information. Hope that helps. Exactly the wives. And oh, of course, Angemon himself. What? When is it free? What is it? What do you want to talk about? You want to talk about Digimon? Do you want to talk about Digimon free? He does. And he is. Hold on. Tell me that was Pidgeot's cry. Nah, it was. Okay. I don't see any reason my puppy shouldn't be able to walk through this door. Porygon, do you feel like being shiny sometime soon? Also, my friends were bullying me today to tell me to watch, or to tell me to get my partner to watch Up 1 as well. Because the people just really love Up 1. We're running to do something very quick. Okay. Oh, it was Charizard. Oh no, it was a Dragonite. I thought I heard... I can't believe this entire stream has just been outing me for being a weeb. That's all this has been. I just want to be free of my weeb crimes. So badly. And also a shiny Porygon. Is free shinies in one day too much to ask? Are you trying to tell me to stop being greedy, game? Just consider, game, I really don't want to break this chain. I do wish they had the game corner in more recent games. Like, I know why they can't, but I would love if they did. Or even the Safari Zone. I don't know why they got rid of the Safari Zones. I wonder if they'll have the Great Marsh in the remakes. Because the thing is, obviously they're going to, well, I assume they're going to want to have something to the equivalent of Go Park, which I assume would take over the Pal Park in Sinnoh, which would leave the Great Marsh still open, but maybe they'll just make the Great Marsh like an open area instead of a paid safari event. Go in and don't get deep fog, we guess. Because I don't think they're doing defog. That might be wrong, don't quote me on that. Also, that's making me think about how Sinnoh was very much that, look at these cool terrain effects we can do. Anyway, let's never do these again. No, they did use them again, but... And most of the terrain effects were, you get stuck. It was... Yeah, it was Sinnoh they did the first time they did the long grassy marsh. Because you had the long grass in Hoenn, which you just couldn't get in if you were on your bike. And then Sinnoh introduced the marsh version. I've never really thought about it, that's... my brain is now ticking. Also, I'm doing to look up if there's better ways to hunt Porygon. So, oh, it has appeared in Gen 8. Oh, it's Dynamax. What's that? Hello, Zapdos. Oh, I can't do the dual one in Sky, of course. What berry do I want? I think this one. Get ready. Damn it! I don't know if I'm going to be able to hit it. This one of those moments where it's like, am I meant to be pointing it at the... Oh, I got it! I got it! Hey yo, how was therapy? Yeah! What do you think, Worm? Am I winning? Am I winning? Also, Macbite gang, but... am I winning? Am I winning? Oh, god damn it! I got tricked. I got tricked. Oh, I need to show Worm. Worm, meet the Pokemon I caught during your stream. And meet the Pokemon I caught during this stream. Hey, take me down. Take me back down, please. Okay. Oh, sorry, Pineapple. I should have used the Uberry. Oh, no, 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 it's meant to be on Sword and Shield. It's meant to be on Sword and Shield. Yeah, my character's name is Dad. I don't know why I'm healing them, they haven't been anywhere near a battle. Yeah, I was trying to get a shiny Porygon. Woody, thank you for the host. I was trying to get shiny Porygon, but I've just broke my I've just broke my chain. Would I and Scottish? There's and there's my other one. Into the party you go, take over that ground lift that I didn't want here. You! How are you, Woody? I mean, do I make another chain so that I'm never free? Or do we just go for a walk and see if we get any luck? I think that's a Fearow. Oh no, it's Pidgeot. I'm good, other than breaking that chain for a Zapdos. GF for tonight. Whoa! I do not understand. I wish I could fly in any of the legendary birds. Look at that, oh look at them. Look at the evolutions. Oh. Go on, spawn, spawn. Not like you. It's so rude. Exactly, it's so rude. I deserve. What's this dude? See something free? Oh, thank you. Yeah, I guess we'll battle. I'm not prepared. I didn't bring any strong Pokemon. Right, it's level 4. No, I won't. I forgot Mega Evolution was in this game. Yeah, exactly. I have Pikachu. I need no other. Yeah, I'm going to Final Vent. Worm on worm violence right here. I'm not a big fan of Charizard. I mean, the main reason I'm using Charizard in this is that you can fly on it. Otherwise I like Charizard, I'm not the biggest Charizard fan. I prefer Blastoise, easily. Oh, Sandslash. Do I have anything for Sandslash? Articuno? I mean, that's just because you love ghosties. Thank you. Oh, Drill Run, okay. I kind of wanted something I could sell. Let's just take Free for a walk, see if we can find any other items. That's not an item, that is a bird. This is an item. Open this one. This one. Middle. I'm not seeing anything. There is. Last one, but I remember being on a dating website there because the first thing I think of when I saw your name was when I was like, oh, good, because that's where it's from. It's like, yeah, I sure hope it does. I mean, did they fail step 1 by identifying themselves as a nerd? Damn, everyone out with this park today. So I don't mean new people. Damn, fine now. Looks at Onomite. Threateningly. Could be tasty snack. Little shellfish. But how everyone? How's everyone doing? Okay. I'm glad. I'm glad it went okay for you. I'm glad to hear. How did things go with ISP? Right, does it bring right now? Aye. It's okay. You can have bad lizard brain. Leftover pizza though. Grab the za. Okay, yeah, same worm. There's a bottle of water behind me. I have barely touched it this stream. Because it is behind me. But now that I've been reminded of it. Well, shower is good too. Do I want to go through the forest, or do I want to... Yeah, I'll just get free to take me. Oops. Oh, free. What's that face about? What's that face about, free? I forgot what I was talking to Free for. Sorry, Free, I needed a hat. Can you take this? No, you can't. You can only take my pure, can't you? Everyone say hi to Slowpoke. Gonna stare at the Slowpoke butt. Thank you for letting me observe your boy. God, please, I don't want to buy, I have so little money. Big girl. Which class? We have one of these. Look at all these fossils I have. Oops, I didn't mean to exit. Yeah, 3 dome fossils, 5 old amber, and 4 helix fossils. Like, y'all want some fossils? Oh, you do? Okay. Yeah, you can have one. Not all of them, though. That much for old amber. Pure crunches. Do I want to sell some of these candy? I don't think I have that many. I can't remember how the item resets work. Hold on. Let's go. Item respawns. Respawn doing this. Cave Steely. Yes. It's the same respawn in real life. Yep. It's seem changed on each visit. It's a different time to respawn. Okay, so it's not with a certain number of steps. Okay, so it is step based. Okay, we're changing plan. Because that's just giving me a smart idea. Oh wait, no, I should. Oh. Oh. Hold on. Me, I'm not going to chain because I would like to go to bed at some point. Me suddenly full of energy, like let's go, I've got an idea. I have a new money making hack. Hello Pikachu. Which one will I go for? Weedle? Not using those. Well, why aren't you? Thank you. Not seeing it through the mic for some reason. There was another one. Watch me get a shiny in here, and not the Porygon we were going for over 2 hours. I think that's 2 Weedle. Holds it. Holds it by its tail. Oh, I love nicknaming my Pokemon. They all need names. How else will they know who they are? So true, Begsty. See, I got into the habit because of doing Nuzlocks. So now I just always name Pokemon. It's okay, we've got Solomon and Jomon. I mean, that's valid. They have Pokemon named for a reason. Same as people who name their cat Cat. I see you in there. What's up, Weedle? Pure little meow meow. As in, which Pokemon would I name Goro, or what Pokemon would I assign to Goro? Staring him in the eye. Cheetos are perfectly good. What Pokemon would I name Goro? What a place like. I think I just heard a bat outside my room. Is that a sign? Is it Zubat? Is it Zubato? Look, I had a brown tabby as a kid, and her name was Snooker, so... I don't get to judge anyone's cat names. Well, Pineapple, why were you screaming outside my window? What about G? Oh, okay, that's valid. It's nice of you to say hi. Oh, that's a Kakuna. Oh, there's the Weedle. Pidgey, can you move? Oh, that's a Caterpie. It wasn't on the right. I thought you just put, I don't know, cat. Did you check if it was by any chance Stitch? Like maybe might have been an alien that they just didn't know how to identify and assumed was a cat. Lord Bucket is a serious politician, I will have you know. Please, Worm, please share. Share it in the Discord for all to see. If that's alright. If not, you can just send it to me. Charlie all caps. Therapy. We don't. I do not know why. There we go. Joy-Con wants me to use it properly. It's tiny. Did you put it in your own Discord? Or just not? Alright. Okay. Yeah, you put it in our Discord. Perfect. Charlie. I don't know, cat. I love it. Thank you, Charlie. Hello, Bulbasaur. Yeah, hello. Hello, Pikachu. And Pidgey. Weedle. Pikachu getting in the chat. Oh, there's another Bulbasaur. Or Kakuna. Oh, there's Weedle. Oh, the Bulbasaur's out for a walk. Oh, what was that after? There we go. It's huge. Oh, so Worm, are you planning to stream more of Let's Go Eevee? Indigo Ding. Oh, potentially? I couldn't answer that off the top of my head, Pineapple. Maybe it's a lady. Nice, nice. I hope you can get Rogan to be your co-op partner. That way you can do crime together. That Bulbasaur is having such a good time. Right, Crucial sleepy right now, but I want to waste money in Pokemon World 2. I mean, yeah, take care of your rogue, very important. But I understand. The importance of wasting money in Pokemon World. No. Worm, oh, I don't know if you... You should try shouting yourself out, Worm. I want to see if mods can shout out. Yes, Bulbasaur, I see you. This game, but I have not played it for more than 30 minutes. Thanks, hand of God. You are, Worm, you are. Yay! Worm can shout themselves out. Itself, God. Sorry about that, Worm. Pog. Pineapple, did you get Pikachu or Eevee version? I will say, I'm 100% playing Let's Go because of Worm streaming Let's Go, but... Oh yeah, of course you did, of course. But you know, it's a pretty chill game. So it's quite nice for streaming very casually. Oui. My friends like that as well. I know quite a few people who are like that. Like, I pretty consistently complete Pokemon games, though I still need to do the Crown Tundra stuff and Sword. So at least for VoD games, yes I do. Listen, important action, you may do it one day. What's this? Oh, it's Pikachu. I do want to SOS chain for a shiny Pikachu. For getting that shiny Alolan Raichu. And also I like getting shinies for... I like getting the earliest version of a evolution for friendship ones. Because then I can show off that they're my best friend. Listen, Pokemon friendship very important. Oi! You dare ruin my chain. Thank you. That was very rude of you. Oh, there. Oh, is that one over there? Yep. I swear I wasn't going to do another hunt. I'm also going to need to think of transferring up Solomon Jewelmon. Why are you collecting all those Theodore? Because if I get a chain of these, I have a higher chance of seeing a shiny Ditto when I move to the area I'm going to go to. And as I mentioned earlier in the stream, I would like to get a shiny Ditto. I feel this is one of the best games to hunt it in unless you want to do full odds. I wonder... I haven't managed to work out if you can do a repel trick for Ditto. Yes, of course, you're meant to just know everything about these games. You're not all telepathic through the screen? Trial and error, basically. I mean, I'm pretty certain there was some data mining, but I think this was kind of a trial and error thing. I don't exactly remember, because the thing with data mining Pokemon games is you very frequently get incorrect information about how the shiny odds work. Like, they data mined for the method in Sword and Shield, which turned out to be completely broken, from what I've heard. Oh, I don't either, I just read what other people did. Then again, I've got the patience to go through all this, so... I mean, not all of them from this game. Though I did get a decent amount from playing this game. So, you know, see as a kid, see this patch of grass, this was where I always thought like Pikachu was like bound to, because every time I ever found a Pikachu in Viridian Forest, it was in that patch of grass. Oops. Oh. No, I am sadly a shiny hunter. Some crimes cannot be forgiven. Like, my Poipo ended up being like over 9,000 encounters. Which isn't like bad in shiny hunter terms, but like, it was still torturous for me. Because I have no patience. Okay, Worm. Worm, can you like time out Worm? I've just noticed that Solomon has pink paws. I love him so much. These little pink paws, ways. Oh, there's one. Or can I use big floof? Big floofy baby. Oh. No, I did not like that. What? Okay. Okay. I do not know what just happened. Thankfully, Weedle didn't run. No, that definitely wasn't drift. That was something about how it was picking up the motion. That's one of the reasons I'm using my right Joy-Con. I never got the Pokeball controller. I never used it. I don't know how the Pokeball controller even works for this game. See, I pre-ordered it, but I was like, I'm not paying the extra for the controller. Because I think you got Mew with it, and I was like, I'm not paying to get a Mew. Where? Well, imagine waiting in line for things. Can you imagine launch parties? Oh, I meant that as in, I miss being outside so badly. I miss events like that so much. Like, it's one of those things, the new Evangelion movie's coming out, and I was at the premiere for 3.0 in the UK, and it was an amazing event, and I don't get to do that for 3.0 plus 1.0. And I'm very sad about it. I went to this launch party for a game that I wasn't that interested in, and I quite frankly barely even played, but I did love waiting in line. No, vodka dog. Vodka dog. What's going on with my Joy-Con all of a sudden? It was for Mario Odyssey. Yeah. I would love to go to more launch events. I'd love to go to launch events like that, ever. The Mario. From the live-action TV show? Mr. Mario? Not even live-action Mario. No, that's cool. Excuse you, Weedle. Excuse you, Joy-Con. What the? Why does it do this? Why is it against me? I'm just gonna have to go to America someday. Again. God. Not even America, just Pineap's house. We don't. How many Weedle do I have? 38. We're almost there. We're almost free, as my Joy-Con dies. I mean, good point, I have been to New York City before. So it does have cool stuff. Primarily, Kinokuniya. I don't know what vine you're referring to, but that's enough for me. That's all the knowledge I need about it. Right, enough of these Weedle. No more Weedle. Weedle was banned. Had just about enough of these things. Why are you pouting? Why are you pouting? Oh, thank you, Free. A marble. Oh, thank you. Ah, yes, yes you are. Yes you are. Maybe I should. Give me my dog back, please. Gotta go fast. I need to get off my dog for this. Squirrel. No. Go away, Lucky Tongue. No. Anything on this one? This one? Oops. No, not the menu. Ultra Ball. Nice. Right on. This one? This one? Maybe in the rocks here? Nope. Ultra Ball. Nothing on this one. This one. Get around these guys. This one. On the rock. Dome fossil. Nice. Yes. Can I get past you? So... This is how I make my money in this game, and I also get so many fossils. Look at you sitting. Oh, Magikarp. Chancy. Oops. I know. I get surf on my Pikachu. And it is extremely cute. Hopefully that's enough. No. Nope. This one. You're still here? Do you mind if I... Thank you very much. I don't think this one will respawn because it's a bit of a longer one. I love the Snorlax animations in this game. Golden you. We can have some golden pineapples. Here. And here. Oh. I can't remember what ladder I meant to go down for this. I think it's the one in the top corner. Well, do you mind, Snorlax? Jesus Christ, it's crowded in here. Hello, Psyduck. And this one. This one. Come on, Pikachu, there's gotta be something down here. I don't know which Pokemon I'd be. Can assign me Pokesona. Because, I mean, the easy answer is my fave. Another Dome Fossil. I don't know, it could be like not my fave. I can be kind of assigned anything. Mm. I haven't even seen Edisto yet, for being in here. Butter but not butter, thank you for the follow. Oops. Shop it? Why shop it? Okay, fair. Oh, I had a shiny bayonet. Yes. Thank you for the reminder. I love Bayonet. My Bayonet was not named Shelty, and I had an other one, I believe. I believe I had a couple, and the other one was called Asuka, which is now a name banned in Pokemon. I guess I'll go upstairs again, won't I, Snorlax? Snorlax said no. No, I can understand. I will accept Shuppet. The other one I was expecting was like... Well, I expected you to say Zubat, but I would say Woobat. Yeah, I love Woobat and Swoobat so much. I used them in Pokemon Reborn. My Swoobat was named Hershey. Oh, like to buzz. That is a shiny I should go for though. Oh, Butler, not Butter, sorry. Sorry for misspeaking your name. Catch one, come back, I need you. Oh, worm. Sun falls fine memories. So have Goofy's smile. Right, very good. You're welcome. I forcibly can assign people. Oh, hello Chansey. I already have a shiny of you. Though honestly, I can't remember what my shiny Chansey was named. I have pictures of it up, so I'll be able to find the name though. Absolutely no Dittos. Oh. Gonna give up on this because we got a couple items. We restocked a small amount. What's wrong, Free? Free, what are you displeased about? Do you want to eat pineapple? Here you go, you can eat pineapple. Jump, jump, jump. Hmm. You got chomped by now. God damn it. No, Growlithe, not you. Some dogs. Just... We're back where we started, back on the search for Bonzi Buddy. No, I might not stream much longer. Right, what do we say, 10 more? One. Hold on, I should really check if there's any... Oh, I might be stuck for people to raid. Food providers of the Discord, if you have anyone to recommend for raiding. Oh, Snowman Life. Am I not following Snowman? I can't remember how many of these I've done now. Oh, Snowman's Life. Yep. That's sorry. Right. Fine. And 10. No shiny. Oh well. We did good, guys. We got one shiny this stream and we got a Zapdos, so that's pretty decent. Right, okay, let's get this raid set up. Sweet. So, thank you guys. I will be on at some point. I'll let you know in the usual ways on Twitter, on the Discord, and all that good, all linked down below. And thank you. This has been basically just chatting stream, and you guys have kept it alive very well. So thank you for that. Enjoy someone's stream. Goodbye.